Cam got hit.
Hey, what's going on, folks? Me and D are back. You know, we're finally recovering from San Diego. I think when we watched this movie that we're going to get into, we were kind of still recovering from San Diego. My ass was still time lagged like a motherfucker.
My timer wasn't bad. My voice was completely gone though.
Yeah,
I'm over there sounding like Muttley when I laugh.
So we're here to talk about Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It's directed by I believe it was the same people that's actually involved in the actual show.
Yeah, but I think it was Aaron Horath. I think that's his name.
Yeah,
Hovan
Yeah.
or something like that.
Something like that. So I guess let's back this up. Aaron Horvath and Peter McCall. Yeah, those two.
Yeah, those are the same guys that created the show and all that. I will never forget when they asked. I'm not even sure who it was. One of them. Did you even watch the old Teen Titans cartoon? No, I didn't. How dare you?
Yeah. Okay. I guess before we get into this Teen Titan Go in the movies, I guess let's talk about this real quick for a minute. So Teen Titans Go was in a bit of, I guess the first season, it got a bit of a backlash because Cartoon Network at the time, they had canceled Young Justice because of toy sales, which was bullshit. They should have let it continue, but whatever. It's finally getting to season 3, so it's whatever. But Cartoon Network, and they still do it to this day, they do this thing where they have a great show and they cancel it. And then it kind of felt like insult to injury when Young Justice got canceled, and then boom, hey guys, you might like Young Justice, but you like Teen Titans Go, and it just threw that in front of people right around the time they canceled it, and it was just like, that's kind of throwing salt in the wounds, Cartoon Network. What are you doing? Come on.
I don't blame, and I didn't blame nobody, because here's the funny thing, I'm a big fan of Teen Titans Go, but here's the funny thing, I was one of the people that didn't like it when it first showed up. It took one episode to win me over, but I want to say I think it was within the first 25 episodes, which was the first season. I think it did happen within the first season, but since then it was kind of funny for me just watching how the show kind of grew into something bigger that they didn't even plan for. I think just because, like you said, I agree with everything you said. It was almost like insult to injury. A lot of us, because I think a lot of people don't. And I still think Cartoon Network has this fucking arrogance about them that they have. No, for real, they have the DC license, but they don't push none of the shows. The DC Superhero Girl show, I haven't seen it, so I can't really
We saw something before the movie as the promotion.
Well, that's different. That was a little bit different, but I can't really chime in on the actual show. But I heard people said it was good. I know for a fact, this is just my personal opinion, I really, really like Justice League Action.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
It's a good show. Yes, it's not the old Justice League, but here's the thing. It's not dumbed down like it's kiddie shit. I will say the action is a little bit less, as intense, but it's a good show. It's a good show nonetheless. Cartoon Network just sits on it.
Yeah.
They just sit on it. And I remember I was talking to Prime about this. What was a Prime where I think it was William. I think it was William. One of them where I basically said, that's the problem. You can't sit on these shows, man. Just expect people not to be fucking pissed off. And I really think that Cartoon Network just take advantage of the fact that they got the DC license. And anytime DC does something that can they can profit off of, they're going to fucking push it to the high heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I just plan for them to do that shit. So it does kind of pisses you off that this happened, because we've seen it. But there is a bit of a difference between this and Thundercats Roar. See, Thundercats Roar, they didn't do shit for about like 10 years, and nobody gave a shit about the anime, with the American anime that came out, okay? Nobody.
Which
I say nobody in the loosest term, meaning that it wasn't enough to really make Cartoon Network give a shit.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I'm looking at I look at Voltron Legendary Defender, and it's hitting 8 seasons by the end of the year, and that could have been Thundercats.
I feel you. I feel you because it makes me feel the same. See, I can say the same thing about the He-Man cartoon. You and I talked about the He-Man cartoon that came out in the 2000s. It could have worked. Nobody watched it.
Yeah, and I think if Netflix had existed back then, it would have found new life on Netflix because of the way the model is set up.
Yeah,
but like I said,
and then you got to understand also. I don't care even if it isn't Flash or not or whatever like that. Animation is still fucking expensive.
Yeah, and they try to find ways to cut corners and be cheap about it, which I think a lot of companies are finding out the hard way. You can't cheap out on animation because kids will pick up on that shit.
You really can. I hate it, and I get it that people probably say they hate the designs of I guess the Thundercats, and in this case the Thundercats. Give it time because I think I know what type of style they're going for, and I'm gonna give it time because there's so much.
I'll let it
because you saw the beginning part. There's so much energy in that where it's like there's something there, and if it can come together well, if it's written well, it can work. But Cartoon Network was going through a weird time anyway. This was during the time that a lot of young boys were looking at motherfucking Adventure Time in droves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is where they gave a chance to Steven Universe, which I think Cartoon Network themselves didn't see it blowing up the way it did.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And also you had regular show where you had a bunch of stoners like myself watching the show and loving it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was an interesting time. And what Teen Titans Go did, in my opinion, was it brought those three sections together. Girls like this. Little girls like this show. My niece loves Teen Titans Go. Boys, oh my god, they love this show. Stoners, nigga, this show is the shit when you high. But yeah, they found a blend, and you know, and it sucks that the only people they can't win over was the teenagers that were alive when Teen Titans first cartoon came on, and motherfucking 20-year-olds who, by the way, I'm gonna pull y'all fucking card, who watched Teen Titans Go and just sit there and complain the entire time.
Sit there with their arms crossed like, what the fuck is this?
Man, I remember the first season. You know what? That's what that killed me. Like, and that's no knock against the first Teen Titans cartoon because I thought it
came out during that because the Teen Titans cartoon came out during that golden age when Cartoon Network was letting Paul Dini and Bruce Timm do whatever the fuck they want with their cartoons. Yeah. So they was like, hey, you like your Justice League? You like that? All right, put it out there. And they let what's his face to do Teen Titans show. And I was like, oh, they just let him do whatever, and it was coming in with ratings, and that was like before Cartoon Network got nuts and had like Naruto and was just getting ratings gold off that. But yeah, it was during that golden age.
It was during that. Yeah, it was during the golden age because we already talked about the golden age. The golden age technically should be called the golden hair age because the second Dragon Ball showed up on Cartoon Network's ratings went through the roof.
Oh yeah,
but that's the thing. That's a whole different thing about programming and this and that or whatever. And who knew that during that golden age, the motherfucker who got rid of Young Justice was the motherfucker that was helping make it that golden age at the time. Who fucking knew? But anyway, but you know, it's weird because but it's weird that a lot of people got in their feelings about it. Talking about kids don't know about the old show. Trust me, kids know about it and kids like it. That's the one thing I always tell people. Art doesn't have an expiration date. If it's good, it will always be good. How in the world is it like you and people for some reason are just short-sighted. They don't have that mindset. My thing is this: if you're still humming Beethoven, I think that's Beethoven. If you're still saying that song is over like what 300, 400 years old.
If that.
What's wrong with a classic? People will always have a classic. Billie Jean is going to be sung by billions in the next motherfucking 100 years. Okay, people will always sing a good song. Looney Tunes cartoons are always good for a reason. If it's good, people will go back and watch it. Now, even though I think that the old Teen Titans cartoon is good, but it's overrated, I get why people like it. It's only overrated to me because it's like I'm not a fan of all the action. I really ain't. I ain't a fan of the action in the old Titans cartoon for some reason. It doesn't draw me in like Justice League. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a situation of, and we'll get into this movie in a second. I think it's a situation of, I think once the show started finding its footing, and once the show, they released that, I think it was like last year, they released that big rock album and stuff. That
rock begins to shine.
Yeah, they released that, and then like once people started. Oh, go ahead.
It was a combination. It was a combination, actually. It was that, and it was the Island Adventure. And if you've never seen the Island Adventure, it's a 5-part. It's a 5-part, pretty much I think, pretty much an hour and a half special. It's a 5-part special. It is goddamn hilarious. That shit is funny. It is legit funny, and it does piss you off because it does kind of hint at the fact that they were going to use Deathstroke at the end of it because they use Deathstroke in the movie right now. In the movie, so it's kind of I don't know if they did that on purpose or it was just a thing they planned to do, but yeah. So so they did have these good hits, and Night Begins to Shine is one of the most. It's not awesome, but if you see it, it's like y'all put so much time and effort into this. You know what I mean? Where it has to be kind of respected the way they did it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But so Teen Titans Go to the movies. I would say, all right, just like going into it because I remember when they were announcing like who was going to be in it. Like they was like, oh, Lil Yachty is going to be, is going to be Green Lantern, John Stewart, and I laughed and I was like, you know what, that fits Teen Titans because of course they would do something like that. Then they said Nick Cage was going to be Superman, and I was already like, I'm fucking in now. You get Nick Cage finally gets to become Superman. I'm pretty sure he was ecstatic.
Yeah, Nick Cage's son was in it also too.
Yeah,
so that kind of made me laugh also.
Now the big thing about this movie that kind of shocked me a little bit is Will Arnett apparently he voices Slade in this, but he also had a hand in the production of this movie. Yeah,
I think I'm starting to think that Will Arnett just has a small stake in DC Comics that we just don't know about. I'm pretty sure like DC Entertainment has him on the payroll for something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, you play Batman in 2 Lego movies, man. I'm pretty sure WB's like signed the shit out of him.
Which by the way, he's gonna be awesome in that movie, Lego Movie 2. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. Yeah. But like, yeah, him. You had this other chick,
Kristen Bell.
She played Jade Wilson. And. Yeah, so the whole basis of the movie...
They kind of laid it on thick when you think about it, when you look at it now.
Oh, by the way, Patton Oswalt as the Atom. He has a funny-ass recurring joke in this movie, and it's hilarious.
Patton Oswalt, yeah. Wait a minute. It was Patton Oswalt. Why am I thinking that Dana Snyder did somebody? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Else, but yeah, so the whole basis of the movie is essentially the Titans, nobody takes them seriously and stuff. They have, like, at the beginning of the movie, they have an awesome opening movie where they play their theme music, introducing them, and I was fucking dying.
Because the joke goes exactly the way you think it's going to go. And it really does. They have, like I said, they have a couple of really funny parts on there. And Cyborg had us dying because finally, like the other, while they were like doing their own theme song, they're like dancing, acting stupid. You see on Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and Superman save the day, right?
Yeah.
And then Superman is trying to talk all serious, and I don't know why, but it is the most hilarious thing in the world. You just see a rubber chicken hit Superman in the face, and you just hear Cyborg in the background. Ha! Got him! I don't know why, but that shit was fucking hilarious, man.
Now, here's the thing, right? Composing the movie, the music, Michael Bolton and Lil Yachty. Now, I'm not going to tell you a joke involving Michael Bolton.
Oh my God!
But when you see it,
the funniest thing ever.
Because when you hear the song, you're like, "Is that Michael Bolton? Holy shit, it is Michael Bolton! All right, it's a catchy song." And there's something that happens near the end of it, and I was fucking dying because number one, the movie went there, and it goes there a couple of times and multiple times in this movie, and it's like, wow, they got away with this in this movie. Oh my God. It was like regular show levels of like, yo, wow.
It did. And that's the one thing I did actually like about it. Because it's sort of like, who was it? I remember somebody, it was Fearless. It was Fearless talking about how sometimes when, like when Ghostbusters got to have a primetime special,
yeah,
but it was actually on primetime,
yeah,
they did get away with a teeny bit more.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of it because there was a couple of jokes on there. It was like, wow, okay. And there's one I will tell. They go back in the future. I mean, the past, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just hilarious, too. But they go back in the past and, they stop all the heroes becoming heroes. They get back to the present, it's all fucked up. I say that, all right, fuck it. Let's go back and make them become superheroes. With Batman, now here's the thing. With the first time they stopped, it was hilarious because I love that joke. They was like, hey, where you going that late? But it was really Beast Boy that had me going that laughing. He's like, why you gonna go down Crime Alley, fool? It's called Crime Alley.
And there's a joke with Crime Alley because essentially the base of the movie is the Titans, nobody takes them seriously, as Dee pointed out. And they want to be taken seriously because there's a producer, Jade Wilson, that is making movies for all the heroes. And the running joke is that Robin wants his own movie and stuff, and nobody takes him seriously. And they do a great scene of the Titans trying to figure out how to be taken seriously, and it deals with time travel and stuff. And again, not spoiling those jokes and stuff, but everything goes the way it goes, but they do it in such a way that is hilarious.
Oh my God. And then, and the best part though, is when they gave them back when they went back in time to fix it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, the best part about it, all I'll say is this. Pearls. That is all I will say. And what happens next is maybe the darkest thing ever on motherfucking Teen Titans Go. It's hilarious.
I swear to God, I think the whole theater was just sitting there like, yo, no, they did it.
And that was a great part because you can hear the kids laughing and you can hear the parents going like, no! It was great. I love that. I love that shit, man.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just like Will Arnett was great as Slade because, again, I'm trying to remember, I think in the regular team... Huh?
I was like, it's Will Arnett, man. It's Will Arnett basically doing his Batman voice, actually, if you want to be really honest with you. But yeah, I like it because remember they said we got to find somebody whose name just rolls off the tongue evil, like Lex Luthor. There's like Sinestro.
The one that had me was like Slade.
And everybody kept doing that.
Now, but the running joke with Slade was just like he was always like, I'm mind manipulating. What's that behind your back?
like seriously, dude, look behind your back. No, we're not doing it. It was so stupid. Oh my gosh, man! But the movie is good.
Stan Lee is in this, which
but it killed me though is that Stan Lee. It wasn't even so much Stan Lee. There's 2 deep cuts, and I think it's so deep. Even if we told them who they were, nobody would know who the fuck they are.
We are the champion.
What's it? The champions, the challengers of the universe.
We are the challengers of the unknown.
Challengers of the unknown. Yeah. Wow. I was like, nigga, I know comics, and that was a deep ass cut. That was a fucking mile wide Yes.
I told you, like, look, I always sit there and tell you, I watch Batman Brave and the Bold, and that's a show that will go deep cuts when they want to, when they throw in Spectre and the fucking other dude. But I remember there was literally an episode where at the beginning of Batman Brave and the Bold, because they always do it at the beginning of every episode, he's teaming up against, like, a DC hero. And I think at one point, he was teamed up against the boy that was the cave boy and the monkey and shit. And I think it was another one where he actually did team up against Professor Monkey. But yo, there was an episode where Batman literally teamed up with the Challengers of the Unknown, and I was dying because I was like, nigga, nobody knows about Challengers of the Unknown.
You know, it's amazing. Like the background characters, you see Black Lightning, you see Vixen, you see Swamp Thing. I saw fucking Phantom Stranger.
Spectre was there for a second.
Spectre was there. You know, the usual people. You see Wannabeast in the background.
Because of course it's Wannabeast.
Well, Wannabeast is in the background was in the background before Teen Titans Go before, so that didn't cost them nothing to draw him.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you know, I like it when they've gone on to the Warner Brothers lot, and Starfire probably had the best line in the whole movie. They walk past the water tower. Here goes Starfire. Ooh, that is where the Animaniacs live. I died. Oh God, that was hilarious, man.
But I mean,
it does go back. I'm sorry. Yeah, it does go back into pretty much what you said before.
Oh, with the aspect of like what
yeah.
it brings to the table, like the comedy.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, is that your phone?
No, it's not my phone.
What the hell is that?
Anyways,
I don't know. Yeah, but no, they I like I said, everything you could. It goes back into what you said with Well, actually, I think last year when you had that interview with Corey Payton, and he said pretty much everybody has fun on that show because everybody knows each other, and you can cut loose on that show. It is one of those shows where you can cut loose. And you can tell that they love the material they get to do and love just going in saying how fucking dumb and wacky am I going to be today. I know for some people that kind of drives people nuts, like how non-serious the show is, but you got to realize that a lot of kids, this is their intro to DC Comics, and if you think that's a bad thing, that's not a bad thing at all, to be really honest with you. You got to realize the first art, you know, I think you share my introduction, Chris. We both watched the 66 Batman, one of the most cheeseball bullshit ever.
Look, I watched it in passing. That's the funny thing. I never heel turned on 66 Batman like everybody did when the 1990 movie came out. I was like, I
never did. I think there's a charm about the 60s Batman that you have to like.
And plus we got fucking Kato and the Green Hornet team up. I was already like, yes, thank you.
You know how confused I was to see Catwoman be a white woman, then be a black woman, then be a white woman, then be another white woman? Do you know how fucking confused I was?
Yeah, it's very confusing. Very confusing.
I think, but you know, but here's the thing. I think the reason why 66 Batman gets his respect because it was so groundbreaking. Of all the superhero television shows, I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, Hulk was good, but it wasn't 66 Batman. 66 Batman pretty much. Not when you say there was something different about that one. There was something really rock star about that show at the time. So the only reason I say that is because apparently Butch Ward walked into Adam West's trailer one day and two women were giving him head. So
there you go. There you go, folks. There you go, folks.
There you go. There it is, D. But yeah, I always laugh at how people, you're going to get mad. You can't go into this, first off, you can't go into this movie being mad. You got to be neutral about this as much as possible.
And it goes by quick. It's an hour and a half movie.
Oh, it's really quick. And another thing, here's my big pet peeve. The Teen Titans cartoon that you knew about, stop. Okay? That is like me walking into... Actually, this is a good example for everybody because I've seen motherfuckers do this. People walked into the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles, really expecting it to be 88 fucking turtles.
Look, and I even said it.
Really thought it was going to be the 89 turtles.
I said it when we did that review. When I did that review for it, you know, me and Joe were saying it's like I didn't hate it. I think it's like they had so many good ideas, and I was fine with, well, they're fucking mutant turtles. Of course they're going to be fucking huge. And don't get me wrong, I think my fondness, and I always say my fondness for the 1990 Turtles movie was because you had dudes in suits, and the fact that they were able to do what they did, it throws you off that they went to CGI. But I can appreciate the CGI because it's like, well, if I think mutant turtles, they're going to be fucking mutant turtles. And I think that's why I like the second Turtles movie a little bit better and stuff, because they did it.
Exactly. I think, and you can, and I almost say the same thing about Transformers too. And I get why you hate Transformers, because holy shit, it makes you either realize one or two things. A, Transformers had a shit plot to begin with, or B, yeah, I'm sorry, this is not the one you were raised with.
Yeah,
I am so sorry. It's not the one you were raised with, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what, and it is what it is. I mean, it's like, what can you sit there and really do? But I will say this though, all right, without spoiling it though, folks. If you're a fan of the old Teen Titans show, just stay tuned after the movie's over. That's all I'll say. Because trust me, if you were already keeping up with the news regarding that, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, well, you're in for a bit of a treat. Let's just say it that way. And I will say, no, go ahead.
No, that's all good. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, but I will say those. I think if you go into this movie, it knows what it is, and I appreciate the fact that they were able to take. Because my only fear, whenever you do a movie based off of a established television show, is that they take away certain things. And I felt with this, like, they really probably could have released this as a Cartoon Network original movie and it would have been fine. But the fact that they're putting this in a movie theater, I think that's actually pretty bold of them to do.
Yeah, and it actually goes back into to this video I saw this dude talk about Teen Titans Go. He said he kind of let his hate go for it, and he really doesn't care for it. He watched it a couple times. He may have laughed, I may not have laughed. Who gives a shit? But he said, I want to make one thing clear for everybody. For those of you who say Cartoon Network should just cancel the show, you are a fucking idiot.
That's their moneymaker.
Why? Because here's the thing. Cartoon Network actually has several moneymakers that they can turn off and on like that. Adventure Time is about to or they already showed a Minecraft episode.
Mm-hmm.
Adventure Time hasn't been on the air for almost half a year. They got their ratings back like that.
Yeah.
All right? Motherfucking Steven Universe threatened to come on one day, and niggas ran to the TV. You have to realize that, you cannot chomp off, you can't, chomp off your nose to spite your face. Fuck that. That's stupid. Why the hell am I going to I'm going to say, we tried. A bunch of fucking teenagers, a bunch of 23-year-olds who all of a sudden know the nuances about animation want to tell us that we should get rid of our show. I think we should. You're a fucking idiot. And if you're a person, and this goes to any media that does this shit. We just talked about Transformers. We just talked about motherfucking, we just mentioned the other show and all that shit. I mean, Ninja Turtles and all that. Here's my thing. Shit is going to be remade. Shit will be redone. Shit will be remastered. Shit will be remixed. Okay? That's always going to happen. You're going to get in. And the one thing, even though the the public domain is not over it, I can appreciate the fact that DC Comics and even in Marvel too will sometimes allow their character to change up to be something different than the usual status quo. I'm always for that. As much as I fucking hate Vampire Jubilee, I let it go. I let it go in the sense of art. Let it go.
And Marvel finally said what we were saying. This is stupid. Let's change her back.
Thank you. God, they did that. Anyway, but still, I like the fact where you like when you let these characters be them to be different, to be something else, and all that. This should be appreciated. I get if it ain't funny to you. I get if it ain't this and all that. This and that for you and all that. I understand that. But from a sense of art, from a sense of knowing that these characters have a habit of being the same character for 20 plus years, it's good to take a breather. Real talk, the reason why I don't like the Fantastic Four is, to me, they never change the fuck up. Despite who you add to the team or take away from the team, it still feels like
Read Hickman's run, D. You'll love it.
Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about Hickman can't save everything, Chris.
Sorry, folks. D knows
but
this.
Still,
I'm a Hickman mark, so sorry about that, folks.
But you see what I'm trying to say, though. But you get what I'm trying to say, though.
I see what you're saying.
The reason why I don't, actually, that's the reason why people get turned off on their favorite fucking characters. You know how many fucking Spider-Man fans turn heel on fucking Spider-Man because it's the same old Peter Parker, oh, I got bit by a spider bullshit. You know how many fucking fans we see daily turn around on Batman because, my dead parents. You know what I'm saying? People leave off that shit. So I can actually appreciate in the fact that you did something different for me. Yes, it's wacky as hell, man. But guess what? That doesn't change the character, because I know at the end of the day, Dick Grayson is still a fucking beast. I know at the end of the day, motherfucking Raven, if you fuck with her, she can pretty much send Satan at you. I know Cyborg is one of the best black superheroes ever. Nigga's a beast. I know Beast Boy is Beast Boy. But the point is this.
But that's the thing. But I mean, like you said, you're right, because it's like when I watch this, even the music, seeing the Titans sing, I have to imagine that booth was fucking ridiculous when they're all rapping and singing. It had to be ridiculous.
It had to be.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, the movie overall is great. Hey, look, I'd be down for seeing more movies like this. It would definitely be awesome. I think kids are definitely gonna love it, because let's be real about this. There's poop jokes, and then you forget that at one point you were a kid and we all laughed at poop jokes and stuff, but the kids... So it's like, even with the poop jokes, I was like, okay, that was funny the first time, but the second time I was like, eh. But all the kids were laughing. I'm like, I can't really be mad, because I did laugh at a lot of poop jokes as a kid, so yeah.
You can't get too mad at that shit, man, because it's kids, man.
I think that's what's missing with us as adults. You tend to forget until you have kids or you have that kind of realization. It's like, hold up. I was a kid. I laughed at dumb stuff. Why am I being mad at this?
And you know what? And before we, let wrap this up, when it comes to that, I really also think that fucking Regular Show kind of fucked it up just a little bit, because Regular Show kind of spoiled the hell out of those adults that grew up on Cartoon Network. And
including myself.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I love that show, man. I've actually been going back watching the older episodes of a Regular Show. I love that show, but I still haven't seen that whole season where Margaret came back. I still haven't seen all that shit. Oh
man, listen. Like
I know it's right before they get shot into space, but I haven't seen all that shit yet.
Whenever we record about Regular Show, trust me, I won't be getting deep on how that show hit me in the feels, on how real life that shit was, and my fucking relationships and shit. God damn.
All that shit to me. How you think I feel, man? My life looks like Rigby. How you think I feel like that, man?
Yep.
That fucking hurts me, because not only did I actually go to college, I wanted to be something. Rigby don't give a shit, and yet that's my personality. It's like, god damn it, nigga.
Yet I sit here as Mordecai, and I'm like, god damn it, I'm in fucking relationship issues all the goddamn time.
How you think I feel with that shit, man? With him and fucking Rigby and his girl. God damn it, I forgot her name. Not Morgan.
Oh, homegirl, the raccoon chick, homegirl.
Yeah, I forgot. I love this. I think she looks hot without glasses. She showed up next thing without glasses. Her red square slamming to the table. I was like, this show is fucking Eileen. I think Eileen looks hot without glasses. Oh god, I love this show, man.
But yeah, that's the movie in a nutshell.
That kind of spoiled us, because we're like, oh, what's this stupid cartoony kid shit? Well, what do they think this show is on? Cartoon Network. Yep. You know, the channel that's not meant for you until Adult Swim comes on? That channel.
Or when they hit you with that, or when they hit you with Gumball, and you're just like, son of a bitch, this is a funny show. God damn it.
Well, Gumball's a whole different other beast of hilarious. But whatever. But yeah, that's about it.
What are we giving it?
No, because I really actually want to give it a 7 because it comes off as that was pretty cool episode of all Teen Titans to me. So it's about a 7 for me, and that's not even a bad 7 for me. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I go 8 just because I enjoyed it way more than what I did.
Yeah, I do want to go 8. Actually, I want to go 8 just to get on somebody's nerve. I know like 2 people.
It should be 10 out of 10. It's like, I guess.
I ain't 10 out of 10, nigga. Ain't that damn great. Actually, it was for that one section that we not talking about.
Because when you see it, I swear to God, me and D were laughing into the next scene for like a solid 2 minutes. I was like, yo, I can't believe that happened.
Everybody was, man. That shit was hilarious.
Oh, man. But anyway, folks. Yeah, but if anything, I might just on my own probably watch Mission Impossible and stuff and probably just do a little video snippet about it, but nothing too extensive because, like I said, Comic-Con kind of fucked it up because we actually had passes for Mission Impossible, but it was happening like that Monday, so we weren't going to fucking make the shit any goddamn ways because DC Weather decided to say, fuck you, when I was trying to fly in and stuff, so yeah.
I should have went there. Nah, I was asleep, man. I was asleep. It didn't fucking matter. No, yeah, I was knocked the fuck out, so it wouldn't matter for me. We still might do an escape plan. We still might.
Escape plan too. That's happening because wow, yeah, that was a thing. But yeah, that's it. 8 out of 10. Teen Titans Go, and yeah, guess we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Shin, shin, shin,